Claude just killed coding, Claude just killed copywriting, Claude just killed video editing. No, it didn't. I spent the last 4 hours watching every video I could find and experimenting with Claude Code video editing and different AI video editing tools with all of it. And let me tell you, it's nowhere near worth it. I run a social media marketing agency. We do editing, thumbnails, scripts, the whole thing. And we still hire real editors, real thumbnail designers, real scriptwriters, despite AI apparently having killed all of those jobs. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because the internet's obsession with AI right now is kind of insane. And I think it's actually hurting people more than it's helping them. So let me walk you through what actually happened when I tested this stuff. You've probably seen these videos. Someone opens up Claude Code or some AI editing tool and they go, look, I just edited an entire video in 30 seconds. And the comments are all like, editors are cooked, this changes everything, give me the tool, blah, blah, blah. So I tried it. I sat down, gave it a raw video file, and I said, edit this, and with a bunch of prompting. And here's what actually happened. Yes, you can add images to your video with it. You can add text overlay. You can sometimes cut out silences and bad takes, but only sometimes. Like maybe half of the time it gets the cut right. The other half, it's cutting things right in the middle of sentences, leaving in awkward pauses that should have been removed, all the stuff that you don't want in your videos. But even when it does work, even when you get a decent result, the amount of setup that you need to do before it even starts is insane. You're writing these detailed prompts, you're rerunning things, it messes things up, you're manually checking every single cut because you can't trust it to get it right on its own, and the token costs add up quickly. You're actually spending money on it every time you run it. So now you've spent an hour prompting an AI tool, checking its work, rerunning the parts, it got wrong, waiting for generations, which takes hours, it feels like hours anyway, and paying for tokens, versus just having an editor who knows your style and gets it right on the first time. Where exactly is the time saved and what's actually more leverage? Because AI gives you leverage, right? So does it actually? But there are things that you can use AI very productively for, and we'll get to that later. But first, the video editing stuff that I mentioned, that's all just the basic stuff so far. Let me talk about what these AI demo videos conveniently leave out. Pacing. AI has no idea how to pace a video for retention. It doesn't know that this specific moment needs to breathe for 2 seconds because the point is sinking in. It doesn't know where you need a hard cut because the energy needs to shift. A good editor will feel that. AI doesn't feel anything. It just cuts based on silence detection and some pattern matching. That's not editing, that's trimming. And then there's the biggest one, creative decisions. Knowing when to throw in a meme that actually lands. Knowing when to zoom in rather than making a cut, knowing that this exact section needs a visual metaphor on screen or people are gonna zone out. That's the stuff that separates content that gets 50 views from the content that gets 50,000 views, and AI is not going to do that. Now, here's what actually bothers me about all of these AI killed X videos. It's not that the tools are bad. Some of them are actually really useful in certain situations. What bothers me is the narrative, because there are 2 groups of people watching these videos, and both of them get hurt. Group 1 is business owners and coaches who see this and think, oh, I don't need to hire an editor anymore, I'll just use AI. And then they try it, their content looks worse, they waste a bunch of time fighting with prompts, wasting tokens, and they either give up on content entirely, or they put out stuff that looks like crap and they're wondering why it's not working. Both of those outcomes are terrible for their business. Group 2 are people who are learning video editing as a skill right now. They see the video AI killed video editing and they think, what's the point? Why would I even learn this if it gets automated? And they don't see the bigger picture that there's more behind this besides just cutting. And so they quit before they even get started. Meanwhile, I literally can't find enough good editors to hire. The demand is insane right now. There are not enough skilled people. There are enough video editors, but not enough skilled people. So this narrative is making business owners worse at content and making aspiring editors give up on a skill that is more in demand than ever. So both sides lose. Now, I'm not anti-AI, that would be stupid. I use AI every single day in my business. We use it heavily, but we use it as a tool, not as a replacement, and there's a massive difference. Here's how AI actually fits into a real content workflow. For ideation, it's incredible. You can brainstorm 20 ideas in 5 minutes that would have taken an hour to come up with on your own. You can take all of your competitors' videos, list them by popularity, import them into your AI tools, and then turn those viral outliers into structures and formulas that you can reuse for your own content. For scripting, it's a game changer. You talk through your ideas and AI structures it, and you've got a script in 15 minutes instead of 2 hours. For repurposing, it's useful. Taking a long form video and figuring out which clips to cut for short form, AI can help you to identify the best moments. For thumbnails, you can generate specific parts, but then put the thumbnail together yourself. But for the actual editing, the thing that determines whether someone watches your video for 8 minutes or clicks off after 10 seconds, that still needs a human who understands pacing, hooks, your brand, who has creative taste, who can make decisions that AI simply cannot make. Maybe that changes in 2 to 3 years. I mean, now we already have automated captions that are working pretty well. Right now, today in 2026, if you're replacing your editor with AI, your content is going to get worse, period. So here's my take. Use AI where it actually saves you time and makes things better. Scripting, ideation, research, repurposing, those are real use cases where it genuinely helps. But stop falling for these demo videos where someone edits a 30-second clip with AI and acts like the entire entire industry is dead. It's not. The demand for good editors, good thumbnail designers, good strategists is higher than it's ever been. And the bar just went up because some people use AI as tools on top of their existing skills. If you're a coach or creator and you've been thinking about whether you should hire a real team or to just use AI, I think you already know the answer, and you knew it deep down before watching this video as well. But if you want to talk about what that looks like, then there's a link in the description where we can hop on a call and work together. But if not, I'll see you in the next one.